All right, so we're here with Kelly Yale. What's up?
Hi, Fred.
So you're talking about, like, are you too cute for this interview?
I did ask if you felt like I was too cute. I did ask that. That's probably inappropriate to tell everyone, but here we are.
We need to maybe dial down like all of the I guess how good looking we are. We're
doing a
just
service
shining.
for others.
We're
we
just
really
shining
are.
on everybody.
We're gonna start a little line of people here. We can just do some autographs. It'll be great. It'll be super good.
After they're done talking to Barry over there.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're a fractional CMO. Look, that's kind of a newer type of thing. So what is it? And I guess how could you help others? Why should somebody consider a fractional CMO?
So fractional is a big word right now, right? And that just basically means that you are a very skilled consultant in a particular field, and I happen to have that in marketing and mortgage. So our company has 5 fractionals. So we have a fractional CTO, fractional CMO, CIO, CMO, and CEO. And that way we can help basically any mortgage company be able to make great decisions on how to staff for kind of the world we live in right now, because 2024 has been a trickier year than we were even expecting.
So okay, I'm a big company.
Yeah.
I need help in this particular area. I want to hire an expert, but look, I can't afford to bring somebody on full time.
Right.
That's the perfect fit.
Well, yeah, and it's really helpful to have people who spent like a decade building out mortgage technologies, because there's just a certain expertise that comes with it. It's been the Wild West a little bit for the last 10 years, and it's like, we said yes to sales on everything they wanted, and so we have 9 different CRMs at a company, and we're paying through the nose for these technologies, and everybody wants something different all the time. And when budgets are low, and that's what they are right now, we need to figure out a way to take a tech stack and make it work for the majority of people. But that's really where you get into the CMO part, is that the tech has to work together, but the customer experience has to be there.
Right.
And then the realtor experience has to be there.
Well, and the person that's using the system's experience has to be there too. It all has to work.
It all has to work. And when you're asking loan officers and you're saying, hey, listen, we're going to give you 10 accounts, right? So here's list reports, here's HomeBot, here's your CRM, here's your LOS, here's your POS, here's this. And they're like, what do I sign into first?
Right.
And you're like, what we built for many, many years was a completely integrated technology stack where you signed into one thing, and then you told that one thing what to do.
Right.
And that's, I think, the only future that we have if we're going to engage people in using tech.
So, okay, I'm a mortgage CEO. I have 9 different CRMs, 9 different things. So I look at it like, what is the single source of truth?
Yes.
So how does not having a single source of truth affect the bottom line? Because that's what a CEO looks at. Like, what's the bottom line? Well, look, I want to say yes to all my salespeople. I want to make them all happy. I want to keep them. They want this product. This person wants this product. How does not having a cohesive, all-in-one system affect the bottom line?
It affects everything. How are you going to know what your company is doing when you have 7 different systems that they're living in, right? And I love that you say single source of truth, because what are there, 3 people in the industry who say single source of truth besides
I'm a nerd.
I am as well.
Right.
So what we do first thing when we go into a mortgage company is we say, where's your single source of truth? And they go, oh, you mean this Excel spreadsheet
I know, yes.
that has our good people's name on it? I'm like, are you kidding? Like, okay. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's just get in the Delorean, go forward this time,
right.
all the way to 24. So I need to know who my employees are. Where are they licensed?
Right.
What is all of the factual, this is Bible truth about these employees?
Right.
And then what system do I have them in where if we have an audit, I don't need to figure out who John in Memphis used for their marketing 3 years ago to update the footer on the website. It's like, guys, we live in a totally different world. You should have enterprise level websites. You should have individual loan officer websites. You have one CRM system that everyone works in. You should have parameters in that CRM system for what people are able to do. Because if people, if people destroy data-led opportunities,
yes,
by blanket emailing everybody,
yes,
whatever chicken recipe they want to do, or hey, did you know rates
God.
are a hair lower now? Well, thanks so much. I closed with you in November.
Yeah.
I don't need that information now.
Well, also, you just sent out 10,000 emails and you're blacklisted on Google now.
We literally sent out tens of millions of emails on behalf of our customer and never had that issue.
Well, it's because you did it the right way.
It is because we approach everything the way you're supposed to approach it, which is, I'm not going to come up to you and introduce myself and be like, I'm going
Right.
to touch you like
Right.
this, right?
Well,
You're gonna,
maybe.
Well, that's possible.
Maybe.
I am kind of intense.
Maybe.
But in general, I'm going to come over and maybe be like, hey, Jimmy, let's get to, like, what do you
Right,
need?
right.
Well, how can I help you? How can I help your business? And
Right.
that's the way we should approach any loan officer marketing, which is like, hey, you're a different person than a real estate agent.
Right.
So this is a one-to-one relationship that should be nurtured on its own. But if I'm just blasting everyone in the database constantly with information they simply don't need, when it comes time to make that data decision, right? When somebody is putting their house on the market and we find out that they're putting their house on the market and we can deploy a beautiful customer journey for that, they've already opted out because you kept sending them so much crap they didn't need.
Well, and here, let data drive your decisions, but what if your data is garbage? That means you're making bad decisions. But really quick though, to go back to it.
Okay.
A CEO looks at the bottom line.
Oh.
Especially my CEO. He is laser focused on that. And look, as a CEO, you damn well better be focused on the bottom line. Make it make sense though. So like, I have all of these CRMs, why spend all the time, money, and effort to get everybody into one? How is that going to actually get more money into my business?
So if you look at the way though that 9 systems have to be supported by technology and by marketing at a company, one, there is no budget to do that kind of thing anymore. Show me the company that's like, yeah, we can totally do this.
Right.
We have the support for 9 different CRMs now.
I know.
No. But the other thing is, like, if everyone's in one system, and I'm the CEO, and I guarantee you, your CEO uses his own CRM to calculate his entire company.
100%.
So he's able to say, hey, look, we brought in 1,000 leads in the last 3 months, right? They were handled by these people, and even though they were not yet, they were on their way to this. Everyone has a path. So if somebody has garbage data, I'm with you. If somebody has...
Anthony's gonna listen to this and he knows exactly what the numbers are.
Guaranteed.
It is not even close. Like I've never known somebody that can just spit it out, but it's because he has access to the data. He has data integrity. It's all in one spot. And I think that that's just so understated as being important. And I pray to God, if you're a CEO watching this, that you get it all in one, even if it's not shape. It's going to be something that you really need. So,
have you ever asked a CEO what the cost of a loan application is?
I haven't, but I know it's.
No, they don't know that stat.
Okay.
Have you ever asked them what a cost for a closed loan is?
They know that.
But they don't. You absolutely know.
Tell me, couldn't you just back it out? Like, here's how much money it costs to employ people, and you know what I mean? Like
more or less.
Yeah.
Now think of the system of the future, where I know where I got the lead, how much the lead cost me, how many people touched it, what the actual human capital cost was here, how much it cost me when I closed it, how much it cost down here, right? And so when you think about, we all think about these pieces and parts of tech. But if I'm running a company and I have 2,000 salespeople, and those 2,000 salespeople need a tool to do the job, and I need to be able to scale up or scale down depending on how the company's doing, I have to have that data in front of me. And if you don't, how do you run a company?
100%. And I would even go deeper with it, is that you could even see, okay, when this processor is involved in a file, this is what happens.
Absolutely.
And it could be good or bad. You might be like, hey, I'm promoting this one because this is the results. And this one might need more training, or we need to let you go. And you can make that decision though based off of data, not my emotion at that particular time. So moving on, what are you most excited about for the future?
I'm excited right now because I have built on 2 CRMs in my career. And the first time we got to be the shiny penny. Oh my God, the shiny penny. But the loan officer's like, look at the shiny penny.
We got this one.
I love it. So I got to be that once, and then I loved it. But I really loved helping people to not have their life be so chaotic. I wouldn't want to be in sales and have to be a master of so many things. Loan officers every day are putting out fires. They're trying to figure out what data is going to mean. What is AI going to mean? How do I show up in social media? All these different things that they have to do
which are
every
important
day.
and needed.
Unbelievably.
Yeah.
But what they really genuinely need is to make sure that their customers are just treated so well, that their teams have the support that they need, that their realtors are like, hey, this is a real relationship we have. And we can do that by building systems that are integrated. And so many systems are just not integrated. So I've been on a shopping mission. I've been talking to all kinds of different tech vendors and really learning kind of what the next thing is going to be. And that makes me super excited. So that's what my 2024 is building the next thing.
So talk to us about Shape. You've seen it. What do you think about it?
Okay, things I love about Shape. One, I mean, to be really fair about it, I love your CEO.
Who doesn't?
I mean, this is such a good guy. I love the way that you have verticals already built.
Yeah.
When the verticals are built, for me, I'm like, okay, so you have realtor ready to go, insurance ready to go, loan officer ready to go, and then you have loan officer assistant, processors, everything. So in my world, the best thing we can do is stay in one system, Encompass being Encompass, and stay in one system, right? And be able to say, hey, John, I need help on this file, or I'm going to flag this one, or I'm going to see what leads we have, or what is my job going to be for today? And that's what I want to build. And so that's why when I talk to people, that's what I'm excited about. I joke, but at the same time, I just want it to be simple for sales. I want there to be just a button that they push that's like loan opportunity. And the loan opportunity just comes out and says, hey, Jimmy Ryan can eliminate PMI today. Would you like to have a conversation based on all of this data? And you go, yes, I would. And you go, click.
Yeah.
And when you're done with that, when you come back, and it's not to simplify it. It's because why should we make them hunt?
Right.
Why? What's the point of making sales hunt? Here is absolutely what I want you to do today. Here's 12 opportunities for loans.
Well, I think that the attitude generally, why should I make them hunt, is I think that the general mentality about salespeople is that, like, look, if it's hard, you're just going to have to deal with it.
Yes.
I'm sorry. If you have to click 25 times, even though I could have designed the system for you to click one time, you're going to have to deal with it. You get paid the big dollars. You have to put up with this. I think that's the mentality in general.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't disagree with you at all, but if we're thinking about the future and we're thinking about this is not going to get less complicated, right? There's not going to be less technology. Right. So if we're going to do anything at this point and we're going to talk to sales about, like National Mortgage Magazine put it out this past week, people are leaving companies based on tech. People are going into companies based on tech.
Right.
It's not enough to have tech at the company. You have to have a tech specialist who's able to not only build out the tech, build out the marketing, but then train to it. And if you're not going to train to it, you better automate it.
I mean, it's like the difference between saying, hey, I have a phone system. Okay, do you have a phone booth or do you have a smartphone?
100%.
I still have a phone, but you know the difference. But you don't know it until you figure out, okay, I have to, do a rotary dial, I have to pick up the phone, it's corded, I'm enclosed in this space, or I'm everywhere and I'm on the internet at the same time. It's just, that's the difference between, I think so many different tech options is that you're sold a pitch, but then you find out, I just bought a phone booth.
1,000%. Or you sign up for tech and it's like, hey, this and this and this that you want to use isn't ready, and also this is going to cost you to integrate, and this is going to be this. And I've never been able to understand that. I ran all the companies I've ever built in the black, never took any funding, and I'm not saying anything about people who did, but we bootstrapped it the whole time.
Right.
Like if you want something to happen, you do it, right? And that's what I love about Anthony, is because I'm the same way, which is just like, well, okay, we're gonna have to do it. Right? Let's put our best people on it and let's, dig in a little bit with it. But I truly believe that if you're gonna recruit someone to come and be in a mortgage sales position right now, what is the pitch? Because it can't be the old pitch, which is just like, we've got a great culture and we're gonna have good rates and we're a family and we're gonna have fun, or whatever it is. It's like, okay, well that's great. How about this instead? We're gonna give you solutions the minute you walk in. On day one, you're gonna be ready to produce, and we're gonna find 10 opportunities in your database for the first 30 days. So I don't have to pay you a guarantee, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you systems that guarantee that when you come here, you're going to be able to be profitable in the first 30, 60 days.
Wow, that was excellent.
Well, I mean, why are we not recruiting like that?
Well, exactly, it's just like your tech stack, your tech solution, really is what it is. It should actually be a solution. It shouldn't be something that that you have to work your ass off in. Okay, so we're nerding out big time. We could talk for an hour. This has been a fun nerd talk. Kelly Yale, everybody.
So nice to see you.
Thank you. That was great.